Hey YouTube, Coppersan here. A new test client has dropped in MapleStory Korea, including some spicy changes for Angelic Buster and Battle Mage, and we're checking out some generic changes and new events as well. But first up is our girl Angelic Buster. Her 4th job bossing skill Trinity has to be linked, similar to Aaron's Beyond the Blade, for it to work, which can be kinda annoying in some situations. So with this update, the skill has been changed into a regular skill, so you can freely spam it as much as you want to without the need to link it. I actually think it looks really awesome, and it reminds me a lot of Dragon Knight's Dragon Buster skill. There is a downside to this version though, because the old version is like 3 separate attacks that you're linking together. It summons a lot more Soul Seekers than just one attack. It is currently unknown how the developers plan to deal with this. This is still in the test server, so there could still be changes before it actually goes live. But at least it is something for Angelic Buster mains to look forward to. And you know what, I used to be somewhat of a Battle Mage main myself, so I was pretty excited to hear that Nexon was finally giving some buffs to Finishing Blow, Battle Mage 4-job mobbing attack. The range of the skill is basically doubled, it was like plus 92%. There is no longer a need to be in touching distance of monsters to hit now. Finally! I think Battle Mage is like the smallest hitboxes on their blow skills compared to all other classes in their 4th job. But it's not just more range that they got, they also got a shiny, brand new animation. I saw the animation earlier at Max's website at Orange Mushroom Block, make sure to check him out and support him as well. And I wasn't too sure about seeing it there on the website, it felt kinda meh. But seeing it in-game, it actually looks kinda nice and it's definitely growing on me. I wonder how much we'll see the new animation though. I usually just AFK grind with my 5th job, so it's... Another thing that I did find interesting is that their 1st, 2nd and 3rd job blow skills actually got no change whatsoever. I mean, if you change the 4th job one, might as well change the ones from the lower levels as well, but apparently not. Also, with this update, the passive effect from your Dark Genesis now is applied always when you learn a skill, which is pretty convenient. This is a similar change that the other Explorer Mages got as well with the Destiny update. Also, as you might remember, with the Destiny update, Battle Mages got an up jump that allows them to teleport like crazy. There were some fixes to this skill applied in some maps, and while I do feel a little bit of a difference, we can still teleport around like crazy, so all good. There also were a few other changes in this update, like all 3 Archer Birds getting more attack range and smaller buffs in damage for Ilium, Luminous, Evan, Xenon and Kane, and some buffs for the hitboxes on 0-hit skills, and some massive buffs for Demon Avenger. Their Dimensional Sword and Revenant skills got some big damage increases, increasing their damage from the rotating sword from Dimensional Sword and Revenant Thorns from 600% to 900%. That is huge! Hoping for some more love for this class soon, and maybe Phantom as well next on. I thought Shade was the forgotten hero, but Phantom seems to also be forgotten with the recent buffs. That's all for the class changes, but there also were some other amazing general changes, like this one. The bosses Lotus, Damien, Will, Gloom, Darknell and Vareese will now have a reward phase. Similar to bosses like Golix and Lucid, there is now a treasure chest waiting for you when you defeat the boss, so there's no need to swap to your drop gear last second when you're clearing the boss. I don't really care for this change that much, to be honest. Imagine having damage gear, I just have some drop rate on my gear and that's it. But I'm pretty sure all the Maples that are doing these bosses that actually have 2 sets of gear will absolutely love this. I was roaming around in Hennessy's and I also found out there was a new event active that I hope we will get as well in autumn. This event is super simple and I really like it. There are 4 NPCs here, 3 stores and Camilla, who is needed to start the quest with. Once you start the quest, all monsters will start dropping flowers. You can collect those and trade them in at one of the 3 stores for cash items. There are some old school items in there, like old Halloween costumes, the maple flag, some animal costumes and some other old school items. One store sells the hats and the other one the overall and the capes and stuff like that. And the 3rd store sells old school mounts. I'll go over all the stores towards the end of the video. You can get 300 of those flower currencies needed for those items per day, per character. So if you want to dress up your characters, this event is going to be pretty amazing. I hope it does make its way to Maple Global and Maple Sea as well in autumn. There will still be more revamps coming to MapleStory later this year actually, with the Night of Cygnus revamp planned for the summer in KMS, and we're getting the Destiny update in MapleStory Global and Maple Sea later this summer as well around the same time. 2022 will be a big year with a ton of changes for the Explorer classes and the Night of Cygnus classes. But that's all I had to report on for today. So what do you think about these changes? Again, keep in mind this is still in the test server and not yet final. We can expect these changes, if they do make it to live, to be released in about 6 months from now in Maple Global and Maple Sea. Let me know your thoughts about them in the comments. And as always, many thanks to our members for making these videos possible. Thanks to Niels, Coninck, Raar, maar waar, Sebastian, Hanoy, FLX, Ryalias, Terry Kim, Vareese, Mora, Wiley, Historycanon, BackSpaceOTI, Saffronyx, Lorenzo, BG Extremes, Anwar NHI, Frank Bouquet, Ziggy Deer, Flidiot, Beamer WT, Knifesu, Chen125, Cloudfix, Gussus Rodriguez, Froggy, Gleason, Brandon Cam, Vira, Trevor, Michael Machaka, Ratius, Justin Vale, Silvio Nato, Stevie Zhang, Afterlord _ MS, Heopan, ceemak, Striker Elk, Martin Panziek, Niu, Tidal Pan, Victor Sunstrom, Radicals the Alien, Riser RU, Gummy Bullet, Lucky Beats, Lovebird, Rev Soli, Sir-Tito655, Mathias Simonsson, Mr. Narc, Galando Balavia, I'm disappointed. My name is Coppersan and I'm super cute XOXO. PC Game Life, Yo Mama, Dante Victory, Stanislaus, Xumo Vegas, Level 241, Paladin Reboot, Caveman, oh yeah, Crazy Lanette and The Passenger. Thank you all so much for watching, stay safe, and here are the stores that I promised to show everyone earlier. Happy mapling!